All right, so it is July 31st. It's gonna be 107 degrees today. My yard's in full bloom. This is my side yard. Let's check it out. This is my fig tree right here. Here's some brush I got to get picked up that I just pulled off. There are a couple of nice cedar elms. There's a fig tree I planted, bare root fig this year. Excited for that guy to come up. Got 3 mountain laurels over here. Oddly enough, I debated back and forth putting one right here, and a volunteer came up, so I guess it worked out. So I got 3 right here. A couple of Russian sages. I love these Russian sages. They're finally getting big this year. This is their 3rd year here. And got another one coming up right there, so there'll be 3 here next year. There's a red oak coming up right there. I think it's a shoe-marred red oak. I hope it's a shoe-marred red oak. If so, it'll be a great replacement tree. It's a slow grower, but you know, in 10 years when I get rid of this property, or 12 years or whatever, it'll probably be 12, 50 feet tall. So I'm gonna let him grow. It'll be a replacement for these cedar elms here and this persimmon. Got a couple of okras here. So this is the artichoke bed. For those of you who've watched the videos before, this is where the artichokes are. You can kind of see them there in the background. And I've got a couple of okras here as well. Pretty excited to get those artichokes going this year. Lantana is a little bit bloomed out, but I suspect it will come back. It usually comes back by the time the monarchs come through. And, you know, this is the red Esperanza. I have never, ever been happy with this until this year. I mean, it's got a lot of blooms on it, and it does look really nice against the blue. I really wanted a yellow one here, but I thought I'd try the red one. Nah, it's okay. It's kind of an orange. It's almost like a burnt orange even. Mealy blue sage right up front. This one's not doing so good, but all these others are doing great. And you know, I did a little propagation here, so got some small ones growing in between the big ones. So I have a big bunch of mealy blue sage here. This stuff's great. I mean, I've watered it this year because it's new. Normally I would not water this plant, and it will do just fine right here. It usually grows on fence lines in the middle of the field, so yeah, I suspect it will do just fine here. The bumblebees love it. As you can see, these bumblebees are all over mealy blue sage. And the sensitive briar's coming in really nice right now. You can kind of see the field of pink. And it's right next to some purple coneflower, which is Alyssa's favorite wildflower. So I really love the sensitive briar. For those of you who haven't seen my videos before, when you watch this plant moves. So as you touch it, it closes flowers, closes leaves. You'll see it happen here on screen. You can see right there the leaves are closed, and over here the leaves are open. All right, this is a Texas sage called a Sierra Bouquet. I'm excited to see what that looks like. How many blooms on it? No blooms on it right now. It's got like a purple bloom. I just planted it. Alyssa's wildflowers are really coming in nice. Another Texas sage here. This methyl plum's gonna have to go. The deer keep eating it. I really wanted a plum, but it's gonna have to go. Blackfoot daisy, lantana, look. Okay, it's being overrun a little bit by some stuff. I've got to get in here. This verbena is a wuss. Everyone told me how tough this plant was. And what a wuss. Bermuda is out competing this thing. Give me a break. I can't have a wildflower get out compete by Bermuda, especially on the edge of my garden. So I'm so done with verbena. This verbena's got to go. I got to put something here that can actually handle itself. This is a Sandanqua viburnum here, and it got a little dry. I was gone for a little bit, and you can see how some of the leaves got a little dry. You know, Australian bottlebrush still kicking along, still kicking. A couple of Salvia greggii in there, and a Texas sage. I cannot even describe to you how hot it is right now. I'm just walking around talking, and I'm just pouring with sweat. This is fall garden right here. You can see it's covered with pine mulch, getting ready. I got to move those blackberries next year. Those blackberries are not in a good spot, so I'm going to move them out here, out to where the artichokes and the okra are. This bed right here has had some grow-in issues. So, you know, everything grows in, right? You can see where the shade is for the persimmon tree. It's coming right over this side. Well, this tree has gotten pretty thick since I put that brace on this tree. See the brace on the tree right here? That brace. And then this brace on the tree. These trees have gotten very thick since I've done that. And, well, they're shading out this spot. So I'm going to have to take half of this dirt, this back half, and I'm going to move it up here. And I'm just going to enclose this area right here just to make it easier. Love this Texas sage. Oh, this other Texas sage over here, I didn't mention this, is a Rio Bravo, and the Zamexia. This is Zamexia right here, first year. This plant I've hardly watered at all. It looks great. This plant I've watered a ton. It looks terrible. So that's kind of an interesting contrast. And this is a Rio Bravo Texas sage. So really excited to get these 3 Texas sages, Sierra Bouquet, Rio Bravo. And I don't remember if this is Silverado or El Dorado over here. I think this is an El Dorado because I have a Silverado down there. I think is how it looks. So almost done with the side yard. This is my canyon area here. Kind of acts like a canyon up here between the trees. I've got canyon plants. So I've got a Salvia microphala and hot lips. It's red and white. And mountain laurel. The garlic chives, they're not doing what I want them to, so I might have to move those garlic chives, and I got an idea. See, I just planted a plumago there. It's going to be like ground cover, I think. Honestly, it gets no sun. Well, it gets filtered light. You can see it gets just a little bit of filtered light until about 2 o'clock. So from 2 until 7, it is blazing hot, the hottest sun of the day. It's doing pretty good so far. So I'm going to leave it here. Another microphala, Salvia microphala, here in the canyon. And here we get on the rim of the canyon, and this Salvia doesn't like this rim. This Salvia right here, I might have to move this guy. I mean, it's his 2nd year here, and he is still hating life for about 2 months a year. You see a big chunk of him dead. I don't know. I need this area here for cars to park so people can get out. So I might take the Salvia and move it back, or maybe I put something right here. What I'm considering is putting an Anacostia orchid right here. And if I do that, then this Salvia would be protected some of the day. But if you see my shade, so would the Texas sage. Not ideal. And you can see over here, this is my hell strip garden here. It's doing okay. It's really hard to reclaim stuff from Bermuda. You see I got a little Bermuda, Scots turf growing in, right? Everything out here, I kind of just let it go. You got rosemary on the edge here, trailing rosemary. The trailing rosemary constantly gets eaten by mites. That's a problem I'm having, so I'm going to get some mite assassin to take care of that. Oh, here comes my bow tie loving neighbor. And we got some lavender here. Mexican oregano, which takes a beating and keeps on ticking. And then Pride of Barbados looks pretty good. In the back, it's right here on the corner. Also have some sunflowers here. So the Maximilian sunflowers are pretty awesome. I'm going to go in the shade and record this actually. They're pretty awesome. I'm hoping they'll colonize this area right here. If they do, then I won't have to mow that anymore. Also considering putting Esperanza right here, just as kind of a backing for that. Might look kind of nice. These purple wildflowers popped up. I'm not sure what they are, but I let them grow. I've got space and I've got a wildflower garden, so whatever, I mowed around them, I let them grow. And here I've got a few Mexican hats that are growing. And oddly enough, some purple coneflowers, which is shocking to me. I planted 4,000 purple coneflower seeds over here. I got like 2 that came up. I don't even understand. So got some Mexican hat over here though. That looks kind of nice. And that's the side yard for you.